Hey, is this the next up here? Okay, here it is. Bad friends. Bobby, and Andrew. And you'll recognize this Bobby when it comes up. Now, is she in the cold open here? Or... Let's just play it from the very...
That's just their dates and stuff. The very beginning is 1:20.
The very beginning is 1:20. Okay, here we go. Bad friend.
Bad friends.
Her attitude's already stinky. She has a stinky attitude already, dude.
You're telling me she stinks already? Put the mic as close to her mouth.
I think she physically smells good, but I think her attitude is stinky.
What do you think the...
So they're already negging, and they'll show her in a sec.
Don't hand it to her nice, dude. That's a celebrity, dude.
Jesus. Is she?
Wow. Yeah, she is. Oh, whoa, dude.
I have to wear these.
You don't have to.
No, but if
why don't you show her?
Hear your own.
Don't do that.
You don't want to fuck up your hair. It's fine.
Don't do that here.
Then throw it down, or just put it wherever.
Oh, that's it. Okay. There. Wow. That, I mean, really, you're going to show her for a millisecond? There she is. Bobby. You guys remember her from the Drake interview. Okay, so she's on the set of Bad Friends, and a couple things already. You got the two bad friends sitting at these double desks on the other side of the room, and it's not a good environment for guests. I mean, did you see where the guest... Let's see if we could... Now, the guest is on the other side of the room, so imagine you're sitting in this small, inflatable, might I add, chair. I mean, have you ever sat in inflatable furniture? I did this when I was 15 at Spencer's Gifts, and it was, my back. I mean, I was like a 90-year-old man trying to get in and out of this when I was 15. I had the opportunity to steal an inflatable chair from Spencer Gifts while I worked there when I was 15. I declined. I said, inflatable furniture, even when I was 10, even when I weighed 90 kilograms. I don't know how much is that. I used to weigh 90 pounds up until I was 26. And even a 90-pound me wouldn't sit in this chair. So you got the guest on Bad Friends. Imagine this. It's like being in court. So you've got Santino and Bobby Lee about 15 feet away from you, up in these very high, off-putting tables. And then you're sitting against the wall all the way in the back in inflatable furniture. And this is just a little girl. I mean, she can't be any older than 11 years old, right?
You might have seen Too Lazy to Try's video about David Spade.
Yeah.
Being their guest, and he didn't want to sit in the inflatable chair.
Now, speaking of inflatables, did she get a reduction of sorts down here? Because she used to have, it, not in a good way, in a really grotesque way. I think I mentioned this when we first introduced you to her during that Drake interview, remember? It looks like there's been some reduction here, or maybe just the milkings have slowed down. She used to do this big milk bit with her children. Now, there's a lot of interesting stuff about this, Bobby. Not only was Bobby Lee and Santino both on her show, what is it called? The Really Good Podcast? We don't like saying
not a good
that
name.
Here. The Really Good Podcast. Sounds like some... Even Glassman is above that, right? But she's had Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino both on her show. You know, I think when Bobby Lee was on, they played tennis was the goof. And they did the fake anti-comedy interview with no improv training. And then when Santino was on, they did a golf. They were on the golf course doing the fake interview. And nobody has played with her. To steal one of Glassman's words, playing, that means riffing, doing improv. Isn't that disgusting, by the way? Rick Shmee Glassman, one of the most Jewish people I've ever met, by the way. You know, you should be able to do a class. I'm actually, I'm going to announce this today. I'm officially, and we're going to do this on the show, converting to Christianity. Yep. I cannot be a part of this stuff anymore. I mean, they've slandered. It's either I convert to Christianity, which I'm very serious about because I got to get these guys off my back. And it's either I do that or I do a class action lawsuit against every Jew that you've ever known for basically making the rest of my life, what is the quality of the rest of my life going to look like now when we're basically living this close from another Holocaust? And then you look around and you go, well, they've kind of run out of examples of Jews to defend this religion or group of people anymore. You know, name any Jew, and then you go, huh? So the class action lawsuit won't work. The courts, they would throw that out. They would call that a monkey courtroom, and they'd throw that out. And by the way, that wouldn't change the fact that the next 50, 60, 70 years of my life coming up are going to all be this, oh my God, let's go harass and kill the... I mean, really, this...
It's getting dark.
We're only a few months away from them going fully...
That's enough.
Because Hitler's not even known as a bad guy anymore. He's already...
He's more like a friend to most.
You know how, like,
at this
everybody,
point.
like 10 years ago, Tucker Carlson was known as a bad guy to everyone, and now Tony Hinchcliffe, Joe Rogan, they go, one of my favorite fucking people in the world, Tucker Carlson! Joe Rogan, oh, he's the best. You know, Joe Rogan talked about Tucker Carlson, says he's the most honest, greatest guy. So they're going to eventually do this with this Adolf. And then there's going to be no Holocaust protections. There's going to be nobody to protect you, and it's going to be open season. So I'm converting. We're going to do this
He
live
used to
on the
be
show.
Like, oh, if we get in trouble for anything,
Yeah.
you can be like, oh, I'm a Jew. They're doing this. They're
Exactly. It was a
anti-Semitic.
nice
People
place
are
to be.
after me because of
Yeah.
my religion, my race. But
Yeah.
now that's not even viable
Yeah.
anymore.
Well, I don't, celebrate or support the kooky religion anyway, so I will not be sad to see it go. And then I know there's people out there going, Mike, it's not about just the religion. You have Jew blood, and that's what we hate. It's not that you do a Jew religion. It's you were born into that religion, so whatever's coursing through your veins is disgusting. So
Maybe you should convert.
Wait. I have already looked through all this. I already know what everybody's going to say. I've been doing this for many years. And not that any Christians are even against me, but if they were, I'm covering all the bases. So I'm going to have a fully religious ceremony where I hire like a bishop of sorts to come in and do it. So it's more legit than any of these ceremonies usually are. I called a doctor. You can get your blood spun out and replaced with Christian blood. And I'm fully doing that. I have a place we found. This is where I get my
That's
IV
right.
dripped. They do blood spitting. And they'll put new blood in you. They'll take out, so 2 bags. And you sit in the middle. You got a needle in this arm and a needle in this arm. You're sitting here. And it's taking your blood out on this side, and it's feeding you new blood until that's recycled. We're doing this with Christian blood, which I will need from a listener, of course, 12, 15 gallons of Christian blood. And then I'm going to be fully Christian. I'm changing my name to Davidson. Mike Davidson. Wait, that still sounds very Jewish. What could my new Christian name? And this is going to be Christian's the best way to go, because that's what
What
you've
about
all
Islam?
decided is the kings, right? And then once I'm Christian, what do you got on me? Pretty much nothing, because Christians to you are the top of the, right? Christians are the best.
Why don't you convert to Islam like Tate?
That's disgusting.
Why?
And 9/11 bombers ring a bell to you? It's just insane. Yeah, I changed my name to the Taliban. Yeah, that's will get me more fans. Are you kidding me? I'm going to be Christian, the top, the best. You've all agreed they're the best. I'm getting blue contacts.
I want to see
I'm
those
getting
on
a
you.
full hair removal so I can be just like the Christians, fully bald. We're going to do a dumbening. Got to do a dumbening where they take out a piece of my brain so I could be more like Jimmy from Love is Blind. Isn't that he's Christian? He doesn't get any hate online for his race, but I do. So I'm sick of it, and we're converting, and then I'm fully against Jews even starting right now. So get out of my sight. Get out of my life. And if you're Jewish listening to the show, get the fuck out of here. We're sick to death of what you've done. And I'm not letting the rest of my life go to hell. Thank you. All right, here's this Bobby. You're going to see something here, and we did catch Bobby Lee, and I've never seen Bobby act like this. Is he a sex guy? Do people know this about? Now, I think he used to be. That's why he was telling all these stories. Oh, I'm going to Tijuana making girls cry. I think he used to be a sex guy. A lot of comics are sex guys. They love because it's very easy to be a sex guy when you're a comic. Really, realistically, you do a comedy show as Bobby Lee, there's minimum 6 girls there that you could have sex with that night. I've done this many times. Every live event I've had 6 to 7. Doesn't matter, boyfriend, girlfriend. Doesn't matter if they're married. They come. It's like they give you every entertainer. Even Melton is getting laid on these. That's why he's doing Hackamania. Make sure to go to Hackamania. We're going to promote this whole thing coming up.
Okay.
But even Melton, even
excited.
Josh Denny, this is the reason, because there's just something about it. It's a very easy way to get girls to have sex with you. So maybe Bobby Lee is this sex guy. Is he a hound? Santino's a sex guy.
We know this.
Every week I hear, Santino running out on his old lady. He running out on his wife. I'm getting lots of messages like that, And and Chris D'Elia, wasn't that their old buddy? Brian Callen, don't they all roll in this? They work on the Sunset Strip. And they should have figured out a way to roll with this better. They got so scared when everybody was going down for Me Too's. They didn't figure out a way to be like, yeah, Me Too's are bad, but still we should all be able to, we're having sex on the Sunset Strip and we want blowjobs in the bathroom still by younger comics. That should have all still been worked out into a deal, but they fucked that up. And now they have to pretend that they're not sex guys. So you got Chris D'Elia, Andrew Santino, and Bobby Lee walking around like this because they need to be. They spent 20 years becoming the sex guys. They got to have sex with 6 or 7 women after each show. And they have to have all sorts of sneaky things going on and all sorts of hotel room horror. And now that's been taken away from him. But apparently, you're going to see this kind of seeps out in different ways when they're put into these situations with women. You got this girl here. What would you guys rate her on the scale of 1 to 10? I'm giving her, I can't tell you what I'm going to give her, but it's high up there on that scale. Bobby Lee is obsessed with her, and I think Santino is too. You're going to see Santino, there's a name for the move Santino is going to do. And I'm familiar with Bad Friends. I know they goof around. They're bad friends, right? So the idea is, they kind of hate each other, right? They're always roasting each other. And most of it is a fake, false, phony. Basically, when you're watching Bad Friends, usually it's a nonsense make-believe hour. It's Sesame Street. People go, but Mike isn't on. No, On Cinema is a scripted show. And On Cinema doesn't make these foolish, didn't play these foolish adolescent improv games like you see on Bad Friends. Bad Friends is an hour of some of the most amateur, embarrassing improv that we've ever seen. And I think it fools a lot of people. Anytime they see Santino and Bobby Lee going at it, they'll send me, Mike, you got to see Bad Friends. They're really going after each other. And then I tune in, I go, no, that's part of their fake nonsense playtime stuff that they do. You're going to see that today, but you're going to see Santino put a little seasoning on it, this alpha seasoning, as they all take out their claws to show dominance, to fight over this Bobbi Althoff. Yeah, you're going to see this. This gets sick. We're standing up for Bobby here. I can't believe it. When I first introduced her, I might have said something about the way that I think she smells downtown. I take that all back. And I watch the internet now. They've all kind of turned on Bobby. Everywhere this Bobby girl version Bobby goes, this one, they've turned on her, and these Bad Friends comments are no different. Everybody is hating on her for this episode. We're here to kind of defend Bobby and show you that, no, the show wasn't bad because of her. It was bad because of them, Santino and Lee, who we'll be calling Lee today, with the Bobby confusion, okay?
So
This is a vocal ease voice spray. It's helping my voice to sound nicer in the microphone. Okay, what's our first time code? Right at the beginning. So let's see how this plays out. Or no, we already did that, right? We'll go back. 0120. Our first time code. Here it is. Get it. Oh, boy, I'm so sorry about this. Here we go. Let's try this one more time.
Her attitude's already stinky. She has a stinky attitude already, dude.
You're telling me she stinks already? Put the mic as close to
I
her
don't think
mouth,
she.
'cause
Fi-
she's
I think
probably-
she physically smells good, but I think her attitude is stinky.
Okay, so there's the first. If we had a counter here, I have this. Wow, this is kind of hack, but we could do it. So we got one. You want to write these down? So we got one on the board. So Bobby already says, and this is nothing had I not seen what comes later. But here you go, right at the beginning. They're kind of nagging. Does she smell bad? And Bobby says, I think she might smell good.
Mouth, 'cause she's
I think
probably-
she physically smells good, but I think her attitude is stinky.
What do you think the...
Let's just see how this
what are you guys
goes
doing?
for a little bit, and then we'll show you what we found.
Don't hand it to her nice, dude. That's a celebrity, dude.
Is she?
Wow.
Yeah, she is. Oh, whoa,
I
dude.
have to wear these.
You don't have to.
No, but it helps
Don't do
you
that.
hear your own...
This is the
don't do that.
opening
You don't
of
wanna
their
fuck with
show.
Hair, it's fine.
Don't do that here.
Then throw it down. Or just put it where...
This is a tough show to watch for many reasons. We never sit through these Bad Friends. This is about the first episode of Bad Friends I think we've seen this much of. They've got a contrast thing. You ever try to watch Bad Friends on a brand new TV, and LED OLED TV? If you're watching Bad Friends on OLED, get ready for the darkness. Their blacks are as black as it gets. The abyss. So much so that their eyes almost turn into these black OLED, endless
hard to look
black.
at.
So imagine if my eyes were just too full black. A lot of contrast going on. Bad Friends, release the contrast. Let's go back this way. Okay, but I wanted to show you the beginning so you could see kind of just how they're acting and get a vibe for what's to come today.
Rubber.
Just hold it.
Please hold it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love these slacks.
The buttons on the side are cool.
Is this...
Fashion?
What grandma's couch is this made out of?
I
Yeah.
was waiting for that.
That's negging. And Santino, you dress like shit, bro. I mean, there's not a worse dresser on the planet than Santino. Not a worse comic. Have you seen Cheeseburger? Go see Cheeseburger. Tell me he's a good comedian. So Santino's nagging her, and Bobby's gonna kind of join in too. And you're gonna see the staff even tries to get a bite here as they, I don't know what in the animal
She's
kingdom.
surrounded. Let's
She's
just
surrounded.
say.
Believe me, there are lots of animal kingdom type equivalencies that you're going to see here today. Honestly, pretty sick, and I can't believe nobody's covered this.
Well, I got you pants, by the way. I got you a gift.
Where do you find
Where are they?
those? You don't buy those, but where do you find them?
I got you a gift for real, because I know you like fashion.
Oh, I got gifts.
No, you don't,
I
dude.
have a ring.
So non-thoughtful. That's a ring that a fan gave you.
But you like Korean? Okay.
Korean what?
Korean rings.
What is that?
It's from the ring is from the
From the
Korean,
war, Korean War.
Korean War.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
You know we had a war, right?
This is fun.
I got you. I got you pants.
Yeah.
I got
Okay.
you pants.
Yeah.
Um,
You did?
yeah, I got.
You've never got
They got no plan here. Not like this, Redbar. They got no plan. They're kind of just riffing, and the riffing, I don't want to, kill you with it, but it goes on, and it gets amateur, right? I mean, these guys are trying to riff, and halfway into this, it kind of just becomes a show where Bobby and Andrew are just doing an improv show for everyone else in the studio, and this girl, Bobby, is sitting there like this, while she has to watch these two guys perform for her. They forget to interview her or talk to her at all, and they just do this very cringe, very amateur improv game with each other. And they're kind of doing it, though, out of nervousness. Kind of like two guys at a bar, and two single guys go out to a bar. They see a girl. They kind of both like her. So they're kind of putting each other down, right? Now, I know, and this is why I brought up, I know that Bad Friends, that's kind of the thing that they do as a bit. So this is where you got to read in between those terrible bits and you'll see it come to life. You'll see that little sprinkle of Andrew's alpha jealousy on top of the fake bit. You know, that's what we're here to break down. You'll see Bobby, the true Bobby, peek through those clouds of play to, showing his true things. So imagine, girl at a bar. She's not interested in either of these. By the way, 55-year-old. How old is Bobby Lee? Because this is very important.
50.
You know, people think Bobby Lee is a 27-year-old little gee.
52.
52. That is too old. And how old is Bobby Althoff?
26.
26. So that's too old. 52, 26. That's too old to be full. Well, we'll see. How old is Andrew Santino?
40.
He's only 40.
Yeah.
You're saying Santino is younger than me.
That's crazy.
But how was he? But he was an old man in MTV's Punk'd. And when that aired, I was like 12 years old.
So he looked like he was like 46 when he was.
This has been
like
happening
19.
to me a lot. I think something goofy has happened with the paperwork.
Are you sure you know how old you really are?
I don't, because this is happening with all these bands. I used to see all these bands when I was 15, 14. Okay? And those guys then were at least 21. Okay? And now, every band that I liked back then that I saw live, I'm older than somehow. Now, when I look at the paper, Fat Mike from NoFX is only 39.
No way.
Yeah. So how was I seeing him when I was 15? That would have made him 12. Or something. I mean, I don't even know. But that's the point. I'm trying to make. Something fishy's happened with my age. And we'll get to the bottom of it, too.
What's your age again? Am I right?
Okay. And yes, I did get a shredder. This is from H3 Podcast, Ethan's dog Shredder, if you're tuning in late. It's a neck tattoo of Ethan Klein's dog that died. Shredder was the name of the dog. It didn't die in a shredder. Although I wish it did. Our first time code, 920,
920.
right? 0920. How many times have we hit the bell there? Just one. We're going to be fair. We're not going to be strict. One time for Bobby's advances so far. Remember, they're fighting over a girl at a bar. How many strokes do we have there for Bobby? Just one of these?
One of those.
Just one. Okay. Let's make some room here so I don't pull a steel toe. So there's Bobby, and obviously she's making very sexual faces at them the whole time, kind of feeding into their horniness, right? She's making all these sexual advances by, rubbing her arm and all this stuff. So you can't blame them, the bad friends, for getting a little wet downstairs, right? Makes perfect sense. All right, let's see what happens next.
The clip that did that.
So for 6 months, then you're like, okay, I'm going to do Tyga, and then for 6 months you were gone.
Yeah.
In that 6 months, you didn't think of me,
No, I did.
but you were like, probably not.
I actually thought you were really mean and I wasn't looking forward to meeting you. But Rick Glassman assured me that you were nice in real life.
There's a guy you should always listen to.
Yeah. Whoa.
What's your opinion now?
Not much has changed. I don't know.
So,
You scare me a little.
Wow.
wow. It's my
What was your
Okay, so this could be a bit. This could be a joke. These are all joke people, right? You scare me a little, she says to Bobby Lee. I think she's sensing this Bobby. Remember, 52-year-old man. Imagine you're a 26-year-old girl and a 52-year-old men are fighting over you.
I mean, everyone's like, ha ha ha, Bobby Lee. Don't you think it would be pretty scary to be alone in a room with him?
Wouldn't it be scary? Now, you got to imagine yourself. You really got to take yourself. If you're a guy in the room, just imagine like a 90-year-old giant trying to hit on you. That's how scary it would be to Bobby. She's 26. Now, I haven't shown you anything that looks too out of line here, but I will. Okay? By the end of this, so what did he do in Tijuana? That's what we're trying to get to the bottom of that today. Let's go to 11:20. Here we go. And this one's going to be, okay, two guys fighting over a girl at a bar. Let's see what they do.
After you met him, Is your opinion stronger about him than your opinion about me after that we met?
Is the love you have for me more than the hate you have for Bobby?
I don't think that came out smooth.
I just
That
said,
came out weird. That came out weird.
Is that how you meant it?
is the love for me bigger than the hate for Bobby?
That's how I meant it. Yeah.
It's like a tie.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, that's good. Where'd you go
Huh?
to get that? Creation.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, go.
What are you plugging creation? What the fuck is going on with you today? What is going on with you?
Dude, even you saying this right now, you would never ask what's going on with me.
So remember, it is a bit too, but there's a lot of stuff on top of this very low effort bit that they're doing. So you got to read in between those gags.
With you.
Dude, even you saying this right now, you would never ask what's going on with me.
I don't like it. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever you're doing right now, stop it.
See,
I had a bad.
See, and I could tell. See, Bobby's kind of pushing that. Whatever you're doing right now, stop it, because this isn't how you would normally be at this particular moment. Sounds like you're doing something a little extra, maybe, to show off in front of Bobby. Maybe, Santino's trying to be a little braggy.
And we were going to cover this last week, but we didn't get to it. But on their last episode, they had John Cena and Zac Efron as a
Did
guest.
you see that episode? The John Cena, Zac Efron? That was brilliant. I mean, that was wild.
And Bobby was like acting so nervous and crazy, and Santino was trying to be so cool.
Yeah,
in
because
front of
those are
his
Santino's
Hollywood
friends from Sticky Renicki, the movie that they did. That movie, by the way, another 14%er, that Ricky Stenicki. So Santino had his, castmates with Bobby, and there was some tension there too. So this is 2 shows in a row where Bobby and Santino are both, trying to put on a little experience for the guest. And it doesn't seem to be working. But you're going to see Bobby takes this a little further today. Let's just hear a bit more of this code.
You're trying to brag in front of her or something.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're changing your thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like,
See?
ow. That hurt.
Is this normally how your podcast goes?
Yes.
You talk to each other while your guest watches.
Oh, do you want to?
That's a
Yeah,
burn.
let's not
That's a
compare
sick burn.
podcasts.
Yeah, let's not do this.
Because yours.
Yeah, there we go.
Your little girls.
You're a little girl.
Your 2 kids.
Oh, no, I mean,
Okay, so there they go. And yeah, I think they're acting inappropriate. To me, this is already rape culture. Sorry. That's how strict I am. 2 guys acting like this, I could smell. I could smell the ideas that they've got cooking up in their head of what they want to do to this little girl. Okay? So to me, yeah, this is already that stuff Hannah Gadsby is trying to warn you about. Let's go to our next one. Is that 12:55?
No.
Let's do it. And let's see here. Okay, so this is where it really becomes clear, and this is where my eyes opened up. We introduced you to and I hate that we introduced you to this, a real sick, usually I love art, all forms of art. Here's an art form I cannot get behind. Let's make sure this isn't it. Loli. Loli, or also known as regular anime, also known as Japanese animation. I'll go as far as say most animation is on the loli side. That's how they drew me. And, that Ninja Turtles cartoon, you had April O'Neil's. Go back and see the size of those. On the Smurfs, you always had a beautiful girl roping you in. So, yeah, animation. What's animation? It's loli. He's going to bring up a very a signifier, a notifier to a guy like me where I go, oh, okay, it's making sense. Does Bobby Lee, and maybe people could fill me in on this because you watch his show, you watch Tiger Belly, you know a thing or two about Bobby. Does Bobby watch, is he an anime fan?
I mean,
Because when a guy who's 52 is into anime, that means, to me, oh, you're into loli. Okay, it's all the same. Hentai, loli, Japanese animation, Japanimation, which I think we should be calling it all. Should be the umbrella phrase for all this smut. Japanimation. That's what we used to call it. Anime. So you got the anime, hentai, Japanimation, Japanese animation, loli. It's under the same umbrella to a guy like me. Now, it's up to you what you're going to do with your future. You're involved. Oh, but Mike, there's this one anime. There isn't. You know, let me review the tape. I guarantee I could show you about 7 or 8 frames where it's like, oh, here's why you like it. I see. Is Bobby Lee into this type of stuff?
Your shirt is Loli, so what do you have to say about that?
I got this is from a Loli artist, but it's a Loli artist. I do understand that this is from a Loli artist, but this is not technically Loli as Ice Spice is 21. Okay, so is Bobby into this Loli? Let's hope not. Let's see what happens here. Guys.
Delusional, dude.
Bobby,
Yes.
Watch
put your
this.
phone down right
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys are.
Dude, you know what's so funny with
What is your question?
Listen.
No, I have a question.
Yeah.
Here's a
With
question.
your little ear sticking out like that, you know, you look like a wood elf.
With your little ear sticking out like that, you look like a little wood elf. I don't know about you guys, and I don't know what a wood elf is yet while I'm watching this. We're going to find out. I don't know about you guys, but if someone looks like an elf, that means you want to have sex with them. A girl elf. Think about a girl elf that isn't
If
the
you're
perfect
describing
match.
something as little,
Look at your little ear sticking out of your hair. You remind me of a wood elf. And then they're going to talk more about what a wood elf is. And then, boom, perfectly clear. You could put that down as 2.
okay.
This becomes perfectly clear. Oh, here's the wood elf. That this is a Loli Japanese animation fantasy, adult fantasy gamers paradise or whatever that place is called. This is adult chess sets. This is statues. This is all that crap that Boogie collects. Boogie 029. Listen to this.
Delusional, dude.
Bobby,
Yes.
put your phone down right
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys are.
Dude, you know what's so funny with
What is your question?
We
you?
got
I have
him.
a question.
Yeah.
With your little ear sticking out like that, you know, you look like a wood elf.
Thank you.
Like from the movies.
You're gonna look up what that is.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we're going to show it
You
to
really
them.
look like
I
a-
think she's into all this getting hit on.
I
She
don't know.
doesn't
I think
want
she
it.
is scared of them.
Well, yeah, she's scared of them, but she also she blushes, I think, every time they do this. But
Because
she
what are you supposed
also,
to do,
that makes her
run?
sick to her stomach. Yeah, she also wants to report them. I am going to do she won't open her mouth. She won't throw these guys under the bus, but you'll see. She basically was under duress coming up, and I'm the only buddy opening up her mouth for her. To defend this. Okay, now they're pulling up wood elves to see, and wait till you see what these wood elves look like.
Like from the movies.
So basically a
You're
porn.
gonna look up what that is.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we're going to show it
You
to
really
the,
look like a wood elf right
show
now
it
to
to the
me.
fans there.
That's a nice look.
What would her
Okay, and then he pulls up a clear-cut case, Loli. So here it is. Animated woman. This could be AI porn. This could be deep fake. I mean, this is the type of stuff when you see it's not an actual human being. It's a drawing of a sexualized woman. And look in here. I mean, this is about as hot as it gets. You can see
That's
the
a
outline.
short stack goblin.
Well, okay. I'm just saying this collection of stuff. This is all, the universe of. This is what adults do when they try to get away with watching daily porn in front of their wives. They pretend, oh, this is just this art form, anime. No. So, yeah, she looks like the most beautiful elf to you. Okay.
Well, we're going to show it
You
to
really
the,
look like a wood elf right
show
now
it
to
to the
me.
fans there.
She's
That's a nice
unbelievable.
look.
It's a
What would
nice
her wood elf
look.
name be?
Huh?
What would her name be?
There we go. That's her.
Thank you.
Bingalow.
Bingalow.
Stevens.
Bingalow Steven.
Yeah, yeah.
Do 2 more just for.
Your wood elf's name is Bingalow Stevens.
Thank you.
And you live in the deep forest.
See, this is sex
Sounds good.
fantasy.
Yeah.
It's deep forest
In
crap.
that mythological world, what do you think I would be?
Oh, see, if we were in this mythological, fanatical world of pleasure, what would I be? Because he wants to know, because he knows what wood elves get with, probably. So he wants to know, am I going to be one of the characters that gets these types of girls, or am I going to be the goblin? And maybe, depending on her answer, I'll see if I can move a little further with my advances here. He's kind of flirting with her here, trying to get some info.
A troll.
That's-
A little troll.
I'm a little troll or a big troll?
Big troll.
Okay. Fuck you.
Big troll.
Fuck you, dude.
I have to ask. I want to know. This is a question because I think about this a
I
lot.
don't
My
know what
buddy
this
has
is going to be.
3 girls.
You can go
When the-
to 1725.
1725. It continues here.
Santino's about to go. Well, isn't it weird if a kid calls his dad daddy?
Oh, okay. And that's this part?
Oh, no,
17?
that's the part
Oh,
we just
no,
skipped
no.
over, but
It's interesting.
it's like,
yeah.
okay.
But that was interesting to me.
Oh, do you want to go back?
No, that's
It's
okay.
fine. There's a lot.
Okay, let's hear it.
1725.
Yeah. Okay. There's going to be another flirtatious advance here from Bobby. Okay, let's.
Ours.
If you want to go, I don't want to keep you here if you don't feel like being here.
If you don't have any more questions.
I know I have a million of them.
See,
I have
Bobby
a million
did-
questions.
He doesn't want her to go.
All right.
She's ready to go.
May I say,
Let her go.
this is the first time I've ever seen it, but I think that you're a decent looking human being.
I think you're a decent looking human being. Why would you say? So this is where, okay, now things are getting weird here, right?
And she doesn't like bring up her looks.
Never. I mean,
as
she's
part
not a
of
looks
her-
person. No, and she's
Like maybe there's some girls that's part of their whole thing.
Yeah,
and
no,
you
this
discuss
is
how
not-
hot they are when they
again.
come by.
He's 52. She's 26.
But she's never mentioned her looks. She just mentioned
You
that
shouldn't be
she's
prying.
a mom.
So listen to this stuff.
This is the first time I've ever seen it, but I think that you're a decent looking human being.
Decent looking human being.
And all of it. I mean,
Wow.
in the insides as well.
Thank you so much.
Were you really saying
What's
it?
the question?
What were you saying?
What?
You were saying.
I was, you know what, I'll be honest with you. I was like, I don't have any questions. So then I just, you know what I mean? I went with my
Weird.
instinct.
Right.
And it came out weird. You're a basic looking good looker.
What's on Bobbi Althoff's Spotify top?
Okay. Oh, yeah. Got another one there. You can't deny that.
2500.
25. Let's see what's happening around here. Oh, okay. She's going to talk about some time she had with Bobby.
So
when,
they're discussing their podcasts that they did together on her channel.
yeah, when Bobby Lee went on her podcast and played tennis with her. She's going to talk about some incidents that happened on that set.
Such bad friends. Anyway,
Disgusting.
wow.
oh God. I remember you saying that a lot when I was with you.
I was disgusted a lot.
You didn't say. She didn't say that once.
Did she not?
Not on ours.
Yeah, because I think I disgusted you.
Yeah, many times.
Many times. He did not disgust you.
Well, he wasn't like
This
putting
counts.
his toes out and
Oh.
like,
Oh, my toes are disgusting.
taking his
counts.
shirt off.
I didn't take my shirt off. How dare you?
Taking your shirt off. He says, I didn't take my shirt off. I'm going to throw that just for using the word shirt around a girl. I mean, psycho. But listen to this little story about Bobby Lee taking his shirt off on the very small set of Bobbi Althoff's podcast.
Oh, my toes are disgusting.
Taking his shirt off.
I didn't take my shirt off. How dare you?
I think you did.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did. yeah, I did.
There's more.
But I apologize for that. But it was hot. We're playing tennis.
And you tried to like hug me without your shirt on.
You don't hug, right? You don't hug.
I hug.
No, I know.
Your children, but not
No,
strangers.
you don't hug other people.
Not really.
Like
he was
if we
getting
gave-
pretty wild. He probably started, growing this crush back when he did her podcast. Okay, what's our next code?
You could keep it playing from
Oh,
here.
keep it playing. Love to hear that.
When you say goodbye, you wouldn't give a hug, would you?
I would.
No, you
I
wouldn't.
do.
Would you hug me?
I don't hug. Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
She doesn't hug.
Who in the room would you hug?
hug me? I'll
Um,
throw that on there.
So that's Pete on the left. That's
Who in the room would you hug? So stuff gets pretty twisted here. I don't know if you saw that little window. They have a little window in their little office space set where they're crammed against the corner, but they have a little cutout window, and there's 3 heads
Drooling
popping through it.
heads.
3 little Huey, Dewey, and Louie popping in, doing the head totem, looking through this window at all times, and they're all very excited, and we're going to learn why here, because we got another group of 3 guys popping their heads through this little window, the producer's window, and they're craving a little Bobby A as well. Lady A. Lady A.
She has to be in this room with 5 men.
So
who are
5
all
men who are
drooling.
in their 40s and 50s, and they're drooling over her, and she's 26. She's never been part of this sex culture before. She just got out of a very long relationship with the father of her 2 disgusting children. And now they're all kind of, and it's, 40-year-old, 52-year-old. The guys in the booth could be old. Let's see what happens here.
Would you hug?
Who would you hug? Who in this room out of all the guys here would
That's
you
like when
hug?
you're talking to some guy that you barely know, and he's like, "How about a hug for me before you go?"
It's disgusting.
Like,
I mean,
that's a
imagine,
move.
guys out there, imagine if some man, a stranger, tried to hug you.
Where's my hug?
It's really gross with their boners. Listen to this.
Mm.
That makes
and
perfect
he
sense.
hugged her shirtless. You guys have all seen Bobby
Yeah.
shirtless. His smooth, sticky
Yeah.
body. He approached her
It's
and
no
pressed.
different than a pair of bare,
He
disgusting
pressed
Chinese breasts. I mean,
against her.
his breasts to me are just as gross as a Chinese woman's breasts. His shirtless body to me is a bottomless body of somebody else. Get it? It's just as sexual.
This
Okay.
is the Schneiderverse.
The Schneiderverse. This is why these guys got into it. Let's hear this.
Doesn't hug.
Who in the room would you hug? So that's Pete on the left. That's McCone in the back, and that's Fancy in the
I can
white.
say something about McCone right now, I think.
Okay. Now, this is interesting. So they're pointing out the guys, and you'll see them soon. But they go, and that's Makoa in the back. No, not Tana. Mang.
There's a lot of
just-
Makoas
A lot
out
of
there.
Makoas, but not Makoa from Hawaii. This is Makoa from Bad Friends. Interesting. Listen to what Bobby says here when Santino brings up this Makoa. Listen to this.
McCone in the back, and that's Fancy in the
I can
white.
say something about McCone right now, I think.
What's so funny?
Who would you hug?
You know.
Okay. So see how Bobby's got something else going on. And they're all ignoring it. Bobby A, Lady A, doesn't know what he's giggling about. Now he's looking at this Makoa. Oh, I know something about Makoa. Well, I wonder what Bobby knows about Makoa that he's going to bring up in front of Bobby.
Hug.
You wouldn't
An
hug. these
interesting
guys.
thing about McCone right now, you know?
No, I would hug like my family.
What? What's going on?
Well, I thought, remember McCone thought he had a shot with Bobby?
Remember when Makoa thought he had a shot with Bobby? This is their producer, one of the guys in the booth, and now Bobby is taking it amongst himself. It's very important. Remember, it's not Santino who said Makoa's got a crush on her. It's Bobby Lee who brings it up, which I believe, I don't know, check your Animal Kingdom to Human Dictionary. There's another term for this. When you also, you're into a girl, so now you're going to make fun of one of your friends for actually having a crush on her. This is a move. This is one of those, I don't know what you
Yup.
title this. This is a move, and
There's
it's
a
being
name
done.
for this move
by
The-
Bobby.
I'll think of it.
We got to think of a name. Again, I'm not familiar with this Tate-verse terminology or the fresh and fit stuff, but I know there's a term for this, so watch this.
What? What's going on?
Well, I thought, remember McCone thought he had a shot with Bobby?
Oh yeah, get on the mic. You want to say
Getting
something?
uncomfortable. And here's the guy.
I don't know if you want to approach this at all, but I know you're. I know you're.
He literally thought he had a shot with you. It's so silly.
Well, you're single.
Ooh. Two of those.
Oh,
And now they're going to expose this guy and really put him on the spot here right in front of Bobby. So now she knows Bobby Lee has been hitting on her. Now she's aware that there's a guy in the
Ye
booth.
says it's called dirty macking.
Dirty Mac. Yeah, of course.
And he knows everything, so.
It's one of our Afro listeners, Lala Ye. And of course, it's Dirty Macking.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, I agree with that. Now, so now Bobby is sitting. Now, if you're a girl and you're told that this man that you've never met has a crush on you, it's different because now you're going, oh, great. So he's like jacking off to the thought of me nude. That's what guys do when they have a crush on a girl. They jack off to images of them in their mind and they think about them. So imagine you're sitting there and now you know that a guy wants to jack off on you, have sex with you, honk your tits. This guy wants to do it all. If a guy has a crush on a girl, it means he wants to honk every part, touch everything, finger everything.
And here you are trapped.
And
with
now
him.
you're with a guy, and now you know this guy wants to do all that stuff to you because he's had a over 2-week-long crush that they know about.
They should have to tell her about that
Right.
beforehand, before she steps
Yeah.
into this room.
I mean, I would be very uncomfortable.
At all, but I know you're. I know
Yeah.
you're.
He literally thought he had a shot with with you. It's so silly.
Well, you're single now, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's sensitive, and I don't want to be rude and disrespectful to that. And I mean, I'm being genuine.
Okay.
But this guy, this
He's our intern.
this moron, he says to us, he goes, I think she's really pretty. And I said, okay, great. And then he said, I think when I go with you to the thing, maybe I'll try to chat her up. And I said, okay, good luck.
Silly man.
And then he said,
Silly.
what do you mean good luck? You think I don't have a chance with her? And I said,
absolutely not.
Absolutely. Well, Bobby said absolutely not. And I said, do you think you do? And he said, I think maybe she'd like me.
No, he started going, I have the gift of gab.
Gift of gab. That's what he said. Yeah.
He said the gift of gab. It's a
That's
Minnesota
the guy,
term.
the middle.
And then also he was like very cocky about it. And then when I saw him after it, he's like, nah, I didn't have a chance.
He didn't say one word.
Yeah, just say one word.
So you want to say a couple of words now?
You're a foolish man. Go ahead.
No, step up to the mic and say what you need to say.
Look at
I
this.
thought,
Now,
we're two movers and shakers.
so now he's putting this guy on the spot, making him basically, is my shutter okay? Everything okay with that?
It looks amazing.
Okay. I got his new tattoo last night. So now they're making this guy do his pitch to Bobby, basically asking her out. Let's hear that.
Go ahead.
No, step up to the mic and say what you need to say.
I thought, we're two movers and shakers, young.
Oh my God.
industry.
You think that you're even
Let him
in
do
this?
it. Let him do it.
Watch
Let him
this.
do it. Get up
like-
on the mic so she can see you and say what you need to say. Go ahead.
The hair's coming back in. I was bald for a bit, but
She can't even look you in the
feel
eye.
a little more confident again. But no, she's intimidating. Can't.
That's basically, I mean, that's sexual assault. They say, oh, she's intimidating to me. Okay. I get it.
That's your pitch?
That's the pitch.
That's the pitch.
It's so weak.
Wow.
You guys said
And imagine this window. Wait, look at this shot.
know, it's
Imagine
so creepy.
you're Bobby and you got to look at this window of these three guys. Look at this guy feasting over you. Well, if he has a crush on her, then maybe I need to start imagining her naked to see what he sees in her.
And what about this one?
I could understand that too, based on her body and face. And then you're. We got to figure out who this guy is because he's also got like a Swedish accent, this guy.
It's very troubling.
And then this guy, this poor guy, he's really putting it out there. Okay, let's see.
That's your pitch?
That's the pitch.
That's the pitch.
It's so weak.
Wow.
you guys said that this one was a ladies' man.
I did not
Yeah, they say that, not me.
I don't say that.
Yeah.
He put the head
Bobby,
on.
do you is this the kind of guy that you would date in your next round of life? No.
Exactly.
Wow.
And why though? Just give me some reasons. Just I'm curious.
I feel like
This
he's
is
like
SA.
20.
He's
Yep.
well, he's your same age.
I feel like I'm 40, so unless
You-
he's
yeah,
40, then
yeah.
he's not my same age.
You're the same age, but go ahead. What else? What's some other?
He has no money. I'm gonna guess. Can I guess?
I had
He has absolutely no money.
Bird dogging. What is this called? Mac.
Dirty Mac.
Dirty Mac. Telling him the other guys in the room don't have as much money as me. You don't want to be with them.
What's some other?
He has no money. I'm gonna guess. Can I guess?
I had
He has absolutely no money. Is that?
Okay, let's get
Yeah.
past that.
Yeah. Okay.
Beyond the age and the money thing, what else?
I feel like those are two pretty big things.
But let's add some more for fun,
Yeah.
for the sake of the show.
I mean, is he attractive to
Does he
you?
have a mullet? Did I see one?
He has a mullet.
He has a
yeah.
mullet. Yeah.
For now.
Okay.
Okay.
There's another.
Is he attractive?
And like a kid. like, oh, look at that kid.
So if he calls you mommy, that's okay.
That's
See,
disgusting.
Bobby's enjoying this, but he's also using this as an opportunity to learn what her likes and dislikes are,
He's
so that he
writing this
could.
all down.
He's writing this all down. He's using this guy, throwing him at Bobby to see, what shakes out, and then using what worked, what didn't, and maybe he'll, try something of his own out. All right. Do we continue here, or should we
I
go?
think so.
Although, can I say something?
Yeah.
Last night, because I have a friend visiting me, and this friend of mine,
Yeah.
she goes, I know you're gonna get mad, but I have to say that I think Makona's cute. And it literally last night, I literally lost my mind.
Yeah. Is this a girl that you're dating?
Yes,
Oh.
I literally lost my
Yeah,
mind.
that would gross me out.
It grossed me out.
So he's not cute though at all.
I have no opinion.
Well, look at him right now, real fast.
I-
Can you see
Okay,
anything
Andrew.
you like over there?
I don't want to.
Can we set you?
She said no. No means no. Santino. He lies.
He keeps going.
He
She
cheats.
has to say no like 50 times.
So you see how pushy Santino is with a camera on him. And you're going to see this. She says, no, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to rate the guys in the room. I don't want to have a sexual thing with them. Can we just talk about my craft, please? Santino says, no, you're a sex object. And no means nothing to Santino. So if this is how he behaves with a camera on him, imagine when he's in that Porsche coupe, the Cayenne, and he's hitting that door lock, you know, and the girl's like, okay, well, I had a nice time. Thanks. My house is right up here.
Custom lock.
The custom lock that cannot be opened from this side. You know, imagine how he treats a girl when he's just giving her a ride home, you know, from the set. And my house is right up here. That's enough. Yeah, I don't have to paint the picture there. I think you guys could see what kind of scene. I was just imagining the scene. You know, him sitting in that car, and he's in control, huh? He wants that blowjob. I think. That's my opinion, of course. I've never heard about him getting any sort of blowjob. I feel like his dick is not something you just want to pull out like that. Not in the light. These redheads don't have... They got spotty, weird, carroty, seriously. Carroty, pale, little crooked, little
freckly
wires. Yeah, with dots. Real gross. They got to do all that stuff undercover. In the cover of night. Bob Marley. We just saw the Bob Marley trailer, so I got a little of that Bob Marley in me today, man.
My mind.
That would gross me out.
It grossed me out.
So he's not cute though at all.
She doesn't want to say. Watch.
Well, look at him right now, real fast. Do you see anything you like over there?
I don't want to.
Can we set you guys up on a date?
No.
Please.
No.
Okay.
Pretty please.
No.
Okay, good.
That's
well,
a lot.
I'm single, Bobby. I
mean, she said no. He did it 5 more times, so that's pushy. And now we got an insight to how he acts in that bedroom. All right, do we continue here? Or we
you could go to 35:15.
35:15. Let's see what's going to happen here. Let me get a little tease. Oh, this is where, guys, you might think I'm kidding around here. I'm being a little strict, being like some dirty asshole principal. No. This is going to open. Okay. We just had Dan Schneider for what he's about to do. If you're going to sit there and watch these Dan Schneider documentaries and say what you've said about Schneider, you got to say it about Santino, because what he does, he's almost got the same fucking hairdo as Dan Schneider.
You mean Lee?
Huh? Dan Lee.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you said Santino.
Oh, Bobby Lee has the same haircut as Dan Schneider. Bobby Lee's the Schneider in this. Bobby Lee is pulling a Dan Schneider on Bobby A, Lady A, and here it is.
Zoroastrianism. You know what that is? Like one of the original... Okay, nothing.
All right, so he has to be over...
This is the smoking gun.
Yes.
Ask her about color.
What color?
What is wrong with you guys?
What color?
What color?
You guys, I'm done.
What about Asian? Are you okay with Asian men?
How many are over 6 feet?
Listen to this.
How many Asian?
You know what, dude? Honestly, not much, but anyway.
It's actually true.
That's true. Interesting. I would love to see your feet.
What the fuck? You want to hear that again? Listen to this out of nowhere.
Not much, but anyway.
It's actually true.
That's true. Interesting. I would love to see your feet.
Thank you.
I would love to see your feet. Lock them up. Why would you say that out of nowhere? Now, Dan Schneider proved to America, feet equal molestation. Otherwise, I mean, that's all Dan Schneider did. He foot fetishized. And by the way, a foot fetish is up there with every fetish of your nightmare. A fetish is a fetish. To me, fetish, and I learned about this very early on, HBO's Real Sex 22. I learned about all the dark, disgusting S&M fetish, this bondage world from that show. There's not a fetish out there that's clean. Okay, these fetishes are dark, twisted, perverse. There's no. I know we're living this time where some people think, "Oh yeah, I've got this foot fetish." No. That needs to be kept fully private, because that's me saying, "I've got this 2 boobs fetish." Any body part fetish is a sex crime. Get it? So, can I see your feet? I want to see your feet. And he's going to expand on this live on camera. You know, we've let the world think this feet thing is innocent. If it's innocent, then why isn't Dan Schneider innocent? All he did was foot stuff. So he's doing it right now. Okay, let's make a Nickelodeon style doc on Bobby Lee. Watch this.
It's actually true.
That's true. Interesting. I would love to see your feet.
Thank you.
Jiminy crickets.
Jiminy Crickets, I fucked up.
Why would you say that out loud?
I was looking at our boots right now. I go, like the boots, but I'm like, what's underneath it? And I go, probably nice feet.
What the? That's like saying you probably got a nice vagina. I'd love to see what's underneath all of your clothes and inside of the holes with scopes. It's just as sick and twisted as saying that. Jelly Roll wouldn't do this.
Never. He's
Jelly
respectful.
Roll, he treats women great.
Yes.
Well, he does. From what I know, he used to treat them pretty fucking twisted. If you make a girl have sex with you and you're the size of Jelly Roll, that's a rape. Okay, so he wants to see what's under her boots. Even Santino knows this is a bit too far.
I want to see what's under your boot.
I want to see what's under your boots. They look
a-
like such pretty toes. And she's 26, a little tiny kid. She looks like she's 16. She looks like a wood elf. A wood elf is a kid. There's no old wood elves. Wood elves are all underage. So what's going on here? Is this the new Loli? Is this the new Vosh? Vosh Lee, they're calling him. Is this the new Cutie Cinderella AI nudes? You know, how big is this story going to get? I am not open to any interviews from the Times or from Credit, the new webzine Credit, which gives credit to people like me for busting this open. I'm not doing any interviews about this. What you see is what you get. And this is, if any of this is wrong, it falls under parody. But this is what I've seen. This is me as a viewer, and it's case closed. This isn't AI tape. This isn't, goofed up tape here. He's saying it right here like this.
That's it. Not much, but anyway.
It's actually true.
That's true. Interesting. I would love to see your feet.
Thank you.
Jiminy crickets.
Jiminy Crickets, I fucked up.
Why would you say that out
that's
loud?
a-
I was looking at our boots right now. I go, like the boots, but I'm like, what's underneath it? And I go, probably nice feet.
You're not saying that in a gross way, are you, bud?
Not in a sexual, no.
All right.
I don't find her sexually attractive.
How big are your feet?
An egg.
Why?
What size shoe do you wear?
Yeah, that's
This
not,
is nasty.
A 6?
Yeah.
yeah.
Tiny.
I bet you have long toes.
Mm.
Are they long toes? Do you paint them?
Bobby long toes.
Yeah. Do you
Look
paint
at
your
him.
toes?
Do you see that little move he's doing? He's biting his lip. I do that when I'm all hot.
Paint
Watch
them?
this.
Bobby long toes.
Yeah.
Look at this. Imagine this. And this is how he looked at those girls in that Tijuana. This is the fit. I guarantee if you say, hey, you got a sketch artist interview those two Tijuanan girls, this is the sketch that would come up. This is the man. You're biting your lip and your fingers thinking about her little toes. It's disgusting. By the way, the foot fetish thing is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I hate that I compared it to a boob fetish, which is clean. Foot fetish is gross. It means you got knocked on the head with something early on and you landed by your mom's disgusting feet and you became what you are today. So look at that. He's, what do they call this in the wild? You know, when you're getting all, I've seen them do this. Okay, watch.
Do you paint your
Wow.
toes?
I don't paint them myself, no.
But I bet you get gels.
Yeah, like you, remember?
I know. I do
Yeah.
remember. Dude, that day, I'll never forget.
Oh,
Oh.
I forgot.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Whoa.
Do you get like a little lint between your toes or?
Will you save some and send it to him?
What kind of questions
No,
are these
it's
for a
just-
tiny little
this
girl?
is weird. This is what you do to me.
And she's not kidding when she says, this is weird. Can I leave? She's being real because she's got a million fans of her own watching this, and they're going to have some questions. So she's got to let them know, too. You know, this is weird. Listen to what she says here.
Save some and send it to him?
No, it's just, this is weird. This is what you do to me. When I'm going to leave here and tell people you so
What?
Weird.
I'm going to leave here and tell people you were so weird. Don't worry, Bobby. It's on the arm.
We'll tell everyone.
We'll tell everyone. Because she's not going to speak out. Because, then it's going to what? What good does that? She's probably terrified. I mean, Bobby Lee is a very scary guy. Up until a few weeks ago, I was terrified of Bobby Lee, mostly. Listen to this.
Then I'm going to leave here and tell people he was so
What?
weird.
You're going to say Bobby was weird?
That's so
Yeah.
fucking. It's so crazy because it's like, why can't you ask these questions?
You can.
Yeah, I'm curious about your feet. I'm sure they're lovely, and I'm curious to see the condition they're
fetish
in.
or
That's all.
something?
I mean, Pete, am I wrong?
No, not at all.
Exactly.
Do you have a foot fetish?
I might have one.
Yeah.
What the fuck? He admits to this fetish. 52-26. Like these games I've been betting on, I've been losing all this money from DraftKings. They've wiped my account almost to nothing. And because now I started getting a little cocky. I'm betting on all the action there. Anything on that homepage, I'm just whatever they suggest, I'm betting on. I haven't won one bet since that Super Bowl. Stay away from these betting sites because it's got us in a lot of troubles, to like steel toe levels of trouble here with the finances.
Pete, am I wrong?
No, not at all.
Exactly.
Do you have a foot fetish?
I might have one
Yeah.
because I've been showing people mine.
Yeah, well, that's not
Okay,
what a
but
foot
that's sexual assault. If you can come to feet, showing your feet to someone is the same as showing your
Boob.
or
Penis.
dick. Same thing. Now he's going to show his feet. That would be like if I went, see anything you like, ladies? And showed my tits, which are desired by this audience as a sex part. Nobody on this show has seen my nips or what's under here. And if you did, it'd be a porn. Okay, so he's going to take off his foot, which it gets him hot. That's, what do you call that? That's hedonism. That is, what do you call that? Where you get off on others. Oh, we can't ignore this any longer. Of course, the 9-pill challenge, more of a just sit back and cut the cameras away from me because I am humiliated. Just humiliated that I got to take this stuff. 1, 2, 3.